Okay, good afternoon class. So today we're looking at factorization. We're looking to wrap up this section of work. We were on book C, worksheet 5, correct? We did one sum already. Okay, so let's look at number 2 quickly. Your homework was worksheet 5 and 6, no? And 7, okay. So let's run through this quickly. Number 2, we've got 2x squared plus 2x minus 4. What is the first thing we need to do? No? The common factor, take out the factor. A common factor of 2. That we're talking about the product line is also factorizing. But that's factorizing of the trinomial. You must remember, if you got a common factor is overriding all types of factorization. So you're going to do that first. So 2 is common. What are we left with? X squared plus x. Now I draw that product line. Okay?
Yes.
On the line goes 1 and 1, 1 and 2. We add or subtract our products? You subtract it. So 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1, you subtract it, you get 1. And that's what I want. Not so, there's a 1 here. So it's a 1 and a 1, so it's an x and a 1, a 1 and a 2, so it's an x and a 2. What about our sign? Opposite sign. Okay? So the bigger product takes the sign of the middle term, so the bigger one is going to be plus and then minus. Look at 3. Number 3, we have ax squared plus 4ax minus 12a. What do you notice here? The common factor of a. So what are we left with? X squared plus 4x plus minus 12. Okay? Now what? Product line goes 1 and 1, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Do we add or subtract? Subtract. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. So it's A. So it's going to be x and a 2 and x and a 6. What about our signs? Opposite sign. 1 plus 1 minus. So the bigger product is going to take a sign of the middle term, which is positive. Okay. Sometimes some learners, what they do is they forget to bring that A down. Don't forget, that product remains there till the final answer. Okay? We'll lose a mark. Some is out of 3 marks, 3 or 4 marks, you will lose 2 or 3, or 2 or 1. It's out of 4, you'll lose 2. Okay? It's out of 3, you lose 1. So how many marks you want to lose, Michael? Then what must you do? Okay. Look at number 4. Okay, so what can be done here? Common factor of 2. What are we left with? X squared minus 4x minus 12. Yes? So you got 2. The product line, sorry, goes 1 and 1, 1 and 12, 2 and 3. We add and subtract the products. Subtract it. So So it's going to be 6 and not 6 and 2. So in the bracket goes a 1 and a 2, so it's x and a 2, x and a 6. What about our signs? Opposite sign, 1 plus 1 minus. The bigger sign takes the sign of the bigger product takes the sign of the middle term. So it's going to give you negative 6 plus 3. Okay. Look at the next one. What can be done here? With the common factor of 3. Okay. So what are we left with? X squared minus 11x plus 24. What goes on the line? 1 and 1. 1 and 24. 2 and 12. 3 and 8. 4 and 6. Okay? Do we add and subtract our products? Yes. We add. I hope the last term is positive. So, it's going to be 8 and 3. Not so? Yes, sir. So 8 plus 3 is 11, and that's what I want. So it's 3. In the brackets goes x and a 3, x and an 8. What about our signs? Same signs. In this case, both is going to be negative. Okay. Any confusion here? Look at number 6. So what do we notice here in number 6? What is common here? What did I say yesterday? So write it down next to the sum. If the first term is negative, you must factorize the common factor. You must factorize the negative as well. So you must take out negative as a common factor as well. Yep. If the first term is negative, you must take out the negative as a common factor. Why do you answer? Okay, so if the first term is negative, you must take out negative as a common factor as well. So what is now common? Negative 3. What are we left with? X squared plus 4x minus 12. Can you see that, people? Remember that the signs will change now. Because negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times 4x. Negative 3 times positive 4x is negative 12x. Negative 3 times negative 12 is positive 36. That is why when you take out the negative, all the signs will change. Okay. What happens now? There's negative 3. So what do we have to do? We have to take the product line, which is 1 and 1. The 12 is 1 and 12. 2 and 6, 3 and 4. So it's negative 3. So do we add or subtract our products? 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. You subtract it, you get 4. And that's what I want. So it's an x and a 2. An x and a. What about our signs? Opposite 1 plus 1 minus. Why? Because the last term is negative. The bigger product takes the sign of the middle term, which is positive. It's positive. Okay. You guys understand? Okay. 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 Now we're on worksheet, book C, worksheet 6. Book C, worksheet 6. Look at the first one. We've got AX minus BX. Right, so what can be done here? Common factor of X. What are we left with? Okay, so look at number 2. Number 2 we have 3a squared x squared plus 6ax squared. What is now common? 3a x squared. You all agree with that? Why isn't it 3a squared x squared? The second term does not have an a squared, absolutely. So what are we left with? A plus 2. Okay, nice. You guys can understand this, no? Number 3. You got 32 x squared y squared minus 8 xy 7. What's your LCM here? So your LCM, your highest common factor. 8 x y squared. You all okay with that? What are we left with? 4 x minus y to the 5, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any confusion here? Okay. Look at number 4. Number 4, the first one. What is common here? A squared B. What are we left with? AB You all agree with that? Am I going to draw a product line for that one? It was 3 terms. What's 3 terms? Trinomial. So can I draw a trinomial for this one? I mean the product line. No. Why not? If there's no coefficient, if you look at it like this, you've got x squared minus x plus 2. No, minus 2, sorry. If that's the case, could you draw the product line there? Yes? There's no coefficient in the middle term. The last term, oh, in the last term. Okay, so if you got x squared, if you got 2x squared minus x minus 1. Could I draw the product line there? Yes. But why not here? No. If I rearrange it, he says, then I'm going to go b squared plus ab minus 3. Can you do it then? Still not. Remember when we started off, we said the trinomial must be in the form of? Yes. Ax squared plus bx plus c. You remember? But we didn't put, we said something x squared plus something x plus c. I think it was given like that, no? Yes. It must be given in that form. Is that in that form? No. So do I draw a product line? No. You guys understand? Let's look at number 5. What can happen here? Is there a common factor? No. Now what? Sorry? Infactorables, he says. Is that correct? No. Trinomial is it in the form of x squared plus x plus no x and y squared y no y? So yes, it is in order. So this here we can draw the product line. What goes on the side? 1 and 4, 2 and 2. Here? 1 and 1. This is also a perfect square trinomial for those of you who are seeing it. Okay? Do we add or subtract the products? We Okay, add it. 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 2 is 2. You add it, you get 4, and that's what I want. So what goes in the bracket? A 2 and a 1. So it's just going to be 2x. Can you see there? 2x and a 1, which is actually a y, and 2 and a 1, so it's going to be 2x and a y. What about our signs? Same sign. So both is going to be positive. You see it's the same? It can be written as 2x plus y squared. For those of you who saw the perfect square trinomial immediately, could have gone from this straight into the solution. Okay. Let's look at number 6. Number 6. What can be done first? What do you notice here? You can, but then you have to factorize it again. Yes? The common factor. She says in the two terms.
X plus y, sir.
X plus y.
Yes, sir.
Yes. The common factor.
4a plus 3b.
4a plus 3. Can you see that, people?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any confusion? Did we do something like this before?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's he say? Alright, let's look at number 7. Alright, what's going to happen here? Same thing here. So what's common here? X minus y. What are we doing? If we take x minus y out, what am I left with? 4a
minus y.
Nice. And that and we always check if the second bracket can factorize. In this case, it can't. Let's look at number 8. What's common here? X plus y. If we take x plus y out, what am I left with?
4a
Minus. So what do you notice here in the second bracket now? The common factor? 4. So that 4, we must now write in the middle there. Where do we write it? The beginning is in front. No? So that 4 goes there. 4 into a minus 3b. And that is now factorized as far as possible. Number 9. What's happening in number 9? Sorry? The common factor is the common factor? X. What am I left with? X squared minus 10x plus. What do you notice here? What's the square root of x squared? X. What's the square root of 25? 5. What's x times 5 times 2? 10x. So is that the perfect square trinomial? Yes. So that can be written as x into x minus 5. Okay. Yeah! You remember? Seems like she remembers a bit. Did I ask you to do number 7 as well? Yes? And let's look at number 7. Worksheet 7. Oops. Okay. Right, let's look at number 1. We've got ax 7 plus bx to the exponent 5. Right, what's happening here? What is common? X to the exponent 5. X to the exponent 5 is common. What are we left with? A x squared plus b. Not so. Look at number 2. What's common here? Oh, we first write this out first. See anything common here? Is there anything common in number 2? No. It's a trinomial. What's the square root of 4x squared? 2x. What's the square root of 49y squared? 7y. Times 2 is going to give you 28x1. So is this a perfect square trinomial? Yes. Can you see that? This can be written as what? 2x minus 7y. Does it remind us about the rule? The rule says the first term is a perfect square and the last term is a perfect square. No? This must be plus. The first term is a perfect square and the last term is positive perfect square. And if you take the square root of those two numbers and you multiply it by 2 and you get the middle term, it's a perfect square trinomial. The sign of the bracket takes the sign of the middle term. Okay, you remember we did a lot of that? Right. So, but I could have used my product line there as well. For those of you that can't see it. The product line goes what? 1 and 4, 2 and 2. Well, 49 is 1 and 49. 7 and 7. 2 times 7 is 14, 2 times 7 is 14. I'm adding my products. 14 plus 14 is 28. Can you see that? Then it would have given us 2 and 7, 2 and 7. There's an x squared, so there goes an x and an x. There's a y squared, there goes a y and a y. Can you see that? Signs are the same. Both is going to be. Now you see they're the same. Can be written as 2x minus 7y. Okay, just take one extra step, but you'll still get the answer anyway. Okay? Do you prefer the product line? No problem. Okay. Let's look at number 3 quickly. Number 3, you got 16x6 minus 49 a squared y4. People, is there a common factor there? Huh? Is there a common factor there? No. What's going to make difference between two squares? Yes, Michael? Yes, difference of two. Nice. Nice. He sees it that way as well. No? So what goes in the bracket? So since you are speaking, Kanya, carry on speaking. Talk to me. Let's hear.
4x squared.
Yeah, no.
4x cubed.
You cube, yes. And 4x cubed. Yes, and then?
Minus 7.
Yes.
7a.
Y.
Y.
Nice, yes. Carry on, you're right. And the second bracket?
Plus 7a y squared.
Nice. Oh, I could have had a plus first and then.
Yes.
Okay. Will you guys understand?
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's carry on with our lives. Let's look at number 8. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen to number 8? Oh, number 4, sorry. Number 4 is. What's going to happen here? Do we have a common factor? But what did I say with regards to the first term is negative? Let's take out the negative as a common factor. Also, then what are we left with? X squared minus 8x plus 16. What's the square root of 16? 4. What's the square root of x squared? X. What is x times 4 times 2? 8x. And that's in the middle there. Can you see that? So what does that make this trinomial? Perfect square trinomial. you see that? So that's going to give us negative on the outside. Then I'm left with square root of x squared. X minus, if that had to be a plus, I would have put in a plus in the middle, not so. 4 squared. Let's look at the next one. Is there a common factor? No. Is there, what's the square root of x squared? X. What's the square root of 10? It's not a perfect square. So could I use perfect square trinomial there? No. But it is a trinomial. It is in the form of x squared, x and no x, not so? So what do I do now? Product line. Can you see that? Here we go, product line. What goes on the line? 1 and 1? 1 and 10? 2 and 5. We add or subtract the products? We add it. 2 plus 5 is 10. That's 7. So it's an x and a 2. And x and a. What about our signs? Same signs. What? The last term is positive. So both signs going to be negative. Okay, so the middle term is negative. Let's look at number 6. What's the square root of 36? 6. What's the square root of x? Squared. X times 2 is going to give you? Is that 12? No. Is that the perfect square trinomial? No. If it was 12, we would have been the perfect square trinomial. Okay? So, what do we do? Product line. What goes on the line? 1 and 1. 136. 2 and 18. 3 and 12. 4 and 9. 6 and 6. We add and subtract the products. We add 1 and 12, 1 and 3. What's 12 plus 3? 15. And that's what I want. So in the bracket goes x and a 3 and x and a 12. What about our signs? Same. So both is going to be sign of the middle term, which is 1. Should become easier and easier now, no? Still having a problem? Then you must start from the beginning again. And then you do this common factor and difference of 2 squares and all of those things. Right. Number 7. Let's have a number 7. What can be done here? Sorry? Common factor of negative. You take negative out, I'm left with x squared plus 3x minus 28. Is that a perfect square trinomial? No, 28 is not a perfect square. So what goes on the line? 1 and 1? 1 and 28, 2 and 14, 3 and, no 3, 4 and 7. You add or subtract? You subtract. So it's 4 minus 7 is 3. Not so? So in the bracket goes a 1 and a 4. So it's going to be x and a 4, a 1 and a 7, x and a 7. What about our signs? Opposite signs. What? The last term is negative. The bigger product takes the sign of the middle term, which is negative. So it's going to be a positive. Positive. It will be plus, eh? Okay. Let's look at number 8. Look at number 8. What do you notice here? Negative in the first term. And there's a common factor of 3. So the common factor is going to be negative 3. Oh, it's the a as well, so negative 3a. Now what? Can you get x squared plus 3x minus 3. Is that the perfect square trinomial?
No.
So it will be negative 3a. What goes on the line? 1 and 1. I'm looking for that now. No? 1 and 1. 1 and 10. 2 and 2. Do we add or subtract? Subtract. So 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 2 is 2. 5 minus 2?
3.
3. So we have an x and a 2 and x and a. What about our signs? Different signs. The bigger product takes the sign of the middle term, which is positive, and the negative. Okay? The last one. What is common here? 2x. What are we left with? X squared plus x minus. So in the bracket we have a trinomial. What goes on the line? 1 and 1. 1 and 2. Do you add or subtract? Subtract. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. Subtract it, you get 1. So in the bracket goes a 1 and a 1. So it's going to be an x and a 1. X and a 2. What about our signs? Opposite signs. 1 plus 1 minus. The bigger product is going to be the sign of the middle term, which is plus. Okay? Now we're on the last worksheet. I didn't give you this problem, correct? Alright, so I'm going to pause the video at this point. I would like you guys to complete this exercise quickly. And then we will wrap this section up. Then we will look in another textbook the approach to the same section of work. You will be tested on this in your next exam. Okay? So quickly now, the book C worksheet 8. So the pause the video quickly. Alright, so at this point, number 1, it's going to be 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. What's your solution here? X and 1, yes? See, on the product line goes 1 and 2. 1 and 1. Right. On this side of the barrier, we put what is the coefficient of x squared, which is 2. Can you see that? So, do we add or subtract the products? We add. 1 times 3 is 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. You add, you get 3. So in the product, in the bracket goes a 1 and a 1, a 2 and a 1, not a 1 and a 2. So the 2 is first. So it's 2x and a 1. You understand? So that's in our signs. Plus you guys got x plus 1 and x plus 2. That's what you guys got, no? And you'd want to know what is wrong with it. Let's check. What's x times x? X squared. What x times 2? 2x. X times 1? X. 1 times 2? 2. So this is x squared plus 3x plus 2. Can you see that is not the same, is it? Can you see that, people? So if you multiply that out there that I have there, then you'll get the answer there. That'll be 1. Sorry? What don't you understand? Can you draw the product line? So how can you say you don't understand anything? So you understand till there? So do we add or subtract the products, Michael? 1 plus 2 is 3. No, that's what we want. So in the brackets goes a 1 and a 1. Then what's your 1? 1 and a 1. And a 2 and a 1. So the x is bearing the 2. You see on the side of the product line is the coefficient of x squared. So that is why that 2 must belong to the x. And there's a 1 here, so there goes 1. So since that is plus, the signs are the same. That is positive in the middle term, the both is positive. Okay? Understand now? Let's look at number 2. Number 2, you got 4x squared plus 5x plus 1. What goes on the line now? 1 and 4, 2 and 2. What about us and on the side? 1 and 1. Do we add or subtract the products? We add. What's 1 times 2? 2. What's 1 times 2? 2. You add it, you get 4. We're looking for 5. Not so? That's not what we want. So 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. You add it, you get 5. And that's what I want. Not so? So in the brackets goes a 1 and a 1. So it's an x and a 1. Not so?
Yes.
And 4x and a 1. Okay, what about our signs? Same sign. Both is going to be okay. Bit confusing initially, but you should get it. The next one, number 3. You must practice. You will get it. 4x squared minus 3x minus 1. What goes on the line? What goes on the line? 1 and a 4. 1 and a 1. Do we add or subtract the products? 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. You subtract it, you get? I'm looking for 3. So in the brackets goes a 1 and a 1. So it's going to be an x and a 1 and a 4x and a 1. What about our signs? 1 plus 1 minus. Not so? The signs are going to be 1 plus 1 minus. The bigger product must take the sign in the middle term. So the bigger product must be negative. Now, the question you should be asking yourself, that is going to give us 4x, not so? And that's going to give us x. So must the 4x be positive or negative? Negative, because the bigger product takes a sign in the middle term. So that must be negative and that must be positive. However, we don't put a negative in front of us, not so? So that is where your negative belongs in your positive. So let's look at if it was the other way around. If you got x plus 1, 4x minus 1. Because now you're saying the bigger sign must be negative. No? Let's see what happens when you multiply the side. X times 4x? 4x squared. What's x times negative 1? Negative x. What's 1 times 4x? 4x. What's 1 times negative 1? Negative 1. So here I got 4x plus 3x minus 1. Is that the same? Is that the same as this here? No. Can you see here? So if this had to be the other way around, if this was now negative and that was positive, then x times 4x is still 4x squared. X times 1 is positive x. Negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. Can you see here? And what is negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. So positive x minus 4x is negative 3x, which now is the same as that. Okay? Just take this off here. Right, now what? What's happening here?
The same thing.
Same thing. So what do we do? Product line. Not so? There's a 4 and a 1. They're exactly the same. Okay, let's look at this one here. What's going to go in the line on the side of the barrier? 1 and 6. 2 and 3, yeah? 1 and 1. You add or subtract our products? Add. So it's going to be 2 plus 3 is 5. That's what we want, not so? What do we get? 2 and a 1? A 3 and a 1. Can you see that? X squared, so there goes an x and an x. Do you see that, people? Is it write it a bit bigger? So it's a 2x and a 1, a 3x and a 1. What about our signs? Same sign. So both are going to be. I'd like you guys to complete this worksheet for tomorrow, as well as you see from the study and master. So tomorrow we're going to look at the study and master questions. Girls on that side? My girl. Don't come tomorrow and I check your work and you say you didn't understand what you must do. I want you guys to do the mixed exercise. You see it's 26 sums on page 14. You attempt all of them. Okay? And we will wrap this section up tomorrow. Alright? People enjoy this every day. Good afternoon, class. Huh? Is it the other money you owed me? The last time? Give it? Bianca?